She doesn't want someone too old, too bald, too short, or who is after me for the wrong reasons.
How did having a daughter change you?
It broke the chain of my mother and myself. I mean, it was like when I remember my girlfriend who knew me from high school, when she heard I was having a girl, she said, "You're gonna break the chain," which is what it did. But none of it was particularly intentional. I think I'm good at it. I don't even think it. I'm good at it. I don't think I would be good at having 3 kids. I'm good at having my daughter.
And what makes you that way?
Just why are we good at some things and not good at others? It's just an instinct, just an internal instinct. And I'm tough. I'm tough indulgent. And it seems to be working. Because there's a line and there's a healthy fear that she has, and I don't play games. And I also know that, like, you know, her having a $20 acai bowl yesterday was like, I thought about it all day. I was like, who do you think you are? Like, you think you just order a $20 acai bowl? Are we okay? Like, I couldn't, and it brings me back to my dating life in my 30s when I couldn't afford a taxi downtown for $20. So it was like that I won't be seeing acai bowls in my kitchen anytime soon.
What's your rule if she gets a new material item?
Well, if she's getting something, she gets rid of multiple things. Because one good new thing is worth a lot of other things. And it's just to keep, so she doesn't have too much stuff. And when I get literally her entire Christmas list, short of a couple of things that she'll ask for, like a specific top, or she's very economical, but her Christmas gifts and her birthday gifts are literally from PR. Like, I'm not giving her like all this stuff. So once in a while, like, you know, I'll give her just like a treat for something for a grade or whatever, but I'm not just like handing her anything that everybody sends to her. By the way, it's not like I'm keeping every single thing. I don't want all this stuff, but she certainly shouldn't be. She'd be a monster if she got a quarter of the stuff people send to her.
It's important to you to cook dinner every night. Why?
I like to cook dinner every night. It's been something that recently I've been more into, not even just making dinner, but like a recipe, because
she says you cook a mean spaghetti squash?
Yeah, so Bryn and I, because we talk about it. Like, what do you, like today I was like, what do you want to have for dinner tonight? And I'm like, do you want to do scallop stir fry or do you want to do Mexican? So I like that we talk about it. Then I like the making of it. And then sitting down and just talking. We always sit down to have dinner together and talk, but it's sort of like you're dating. You know what I mean? Like, what do we do tomorrow? Do we go out? Do we stay in? Like, it's sort of like our own little cute little roommate life.
She said her favorite time to talk to you occurs during the morning drive to school.
The morning drive to school has become really important because she was at a different school, which was an hour away, and I wasn't part of the morning drive, or 50 minutes, and it was brutal. But she asked to change schools, and she's in a better school academically and sports-wise. But I like that the drive is 20 minutes, and it's just a nice time to be together. Like, I missed it today for you, but I don't like missing it. I usually will book a plane after it, or it's good. I don't do the one home, just the one there.
How has having a child kind of caused you to change your work schedule?
I think I was always a stacker anyway. The one thing I wasn't good at her whole life was knowing how to not be with her if it was my time with her, because going through a divorce, when I had my time with her, I never would not be with her. I couldn't have even imagined it being my time with her and then making a plan.
You would make the days where you didn't have her kind of crazy with work stuff,
crazy.
Right? Yeah.
But I even remember when she was a baby, like, I couldn't just like hang and waste time when I knew I could be with her, because my divorce was so traumatizing and so exasperating that I was like, it was a terrible time in my life. I was just like afraid, disaster on fumes at all times, like white knuckling everything. It was a nightmare. Most parents are kind of, from what I understand, struggling with guilt when they're not with their kids. I've always been trying to find empowerment in doing my own thing. You know, like letting my daughter know that I'm dating and letting her know that she's out with her.
She said on the drives to school, sometimes you'll talk to her about whatever date you had.
Right, yeah. Which I think is mature. People like want to gatekeep that from their kids and then one day just like introduce this person that they've been with for 6 months because they don't introduce their kids. Like, I don't make it that big of a deal. Like, she's part of the program. I mean, she has some superficial requests too. She doesn't want someone too old, too bald, too short, or who is after me for the wrong reasons. I think communication is key. I'll just talk to her about, for example, this weekend, you know, I'm with her most of the time. And so this weekend I was a little frayed from all this relief work. Like, I was not doing great. And I went to a spa for 2 nights, which usually I would think there was something wrong with doing that, like not being with her. But I think there's something very right with doing that. I needed to do that for myself. So finding more, and like asking my 2 girls, that's something I would ask my 2 girlfriends. When I have my daughter, am I allowed to go to a spa like for 2 nights when I have her, which is really all the time now.
Right.
They're like, yeah, what are you talking about? Of course. I'm like, oh, okay. Like those are the things, just like, because otherwise I'm literally gonna be the cat lady. Like I'm only gonna be at volleyball tournaments at this property, like wandering around in slippers, trying on lip gloss. Like I gotta, make an effort. But she'll say sometimes, she'll hear something, she would go, Mama, you have to go out. You should go. Like this guy wanted to go out last week and she was like, I think you should go for dinner. Just go meet him for drinks. And I was like, okay. And so I came back at 10. She was like, how was it? Like so yeah, that's how it goes over here.